Thanks for joining us for another edition of Weekend Winners. Our aim is to find a winner or two each and every Saturday night. We go to headquarters this weekend for another 10-race program. We start at 5:39 and it's a good card as well. The free-for-all starts the program this weekend. A number of chances stepping out there. Uncle Shank is set to start a short price favourite in race number 4. At the back end of the program, there's a very interesting 2-year-old race and it's loaded with class as well. So there's something for everyone this weekend. Racing Queensland has selected Matt Nielsen and Chloe Butler, and we're about to find out more about their book of drives this weekend. 10 races at the Creek on Saturday night. Matt Nielsen is set to play a strong hand. He's got a good book of drives and he's in the hot seat with us now. Matt, appreciate the time.
Yeah, no worries, Chris.
It's a really good book. You've got 8 drives on the 10-event program. There's some good quality there as well.
Yeah, no, it's a good bunch of horses that are sort of all in form and yeah, hopefully things go the right way.
All right. Well, Chris Frisby's snapped up your services. Race 1, number 2, Aphorism. He's probably down on form a little bit, but he comes up with a good draw. Can he improve here?
Yeah, it's a hard enough race, but he the good draw helps with an even beginner underneath him. You know, his last win was in front, and yeah, sure he won't be far away.
If he could cross 1, Sam is Perfection, does that enhance his chances a little bit?
Yeah, I believe so. Once, obviously, the rails is a big thing, and a lot of horses, yeah, once they find the fence, he'll get a much better trip than being in the running line.
Okay. Class performers here: Star Galleria, Mac Da Vinci, Will the Wizard Cruise, Bromac, Northview Hustler, Tommy Lincoln. It's a pretty solid field, though, isn't it? Yeah,
it is. You know, that's what grade they are now. So he's got to race them, but yeah, it's a strong race, but yeah. We'll see how we go.
All right. Well, that's race 1. Race 2 again for Chris Frisby. You're going to drive Jendon Strike. She comes into this race as a last start winner. It was a narrow victory, but it was a win nonetheless. Does that give her good confidence to go back to back?
Yeah, I'd say so. She's hopefully getting back. She's been sort of below her best for a while now, but hopefully she's sort of working back into form. She comes up in class out of the QO into the band 5s, but she's a good drawer and she's a go-forward horse. She won't be far away. All
right. That last start victory was against her own sex. She's got to take on the boys as well here. So it does make it a little bit more harder.
Oh, definitely. But, yeah, like, at her best, she's as good as them. Yeah.
Do you want to get handy as quickly as possible here from gate 3?
Yeah, I believe so. She's sort of from a good draw. She's got to take it up there. You'd like to be in the first couple with her, for sure.
Yeah. Do you expect Obi-Wan Love Your Work to be pushing forward soon after the start?
Yeah, well, obviously they'll be trying to get forward and put themselves into the race, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But she's yeah, they're not that like they come out well without being brilliant, so we'll see how we go.
All right. Race number 4. This is a race that's been cut about by scratchings. Paravani out, Ronaldo's out, Black Hawk Joe out. You're driving our Bondi Beach. Surprisingly, he hasn't got barrier 1. Normally, each and every time he goes around, he's got the inside gate. He'll start from gate 3, but you're on the outside of Uncle Shank. That doesn't help your cause, does it?
No, definitely not. No, he generally gets well placed to get the barrier 1 all the time, but yeah, definitely he's sort of up in class. He goes well on the veterans over the mile when he can draw the inside, but yeah, he'll need a bit of luck early and see how he goes.
Okay. It is a strong race with Uncle Shank and one big show. He's low-flying himself, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's our Bondi Beach in race 4. Let's move across to race 5. This is an interesting drive here for you. Major Jared, he's now featured in a stable change. He come up for last week's Triad feature and ran a good race when 3rd behind Big Wheels. Can he take this on Saturday night?
Yeah, obviously I've never sat behind him, but I watched him last week and he it was a good run off the back row and sort of got a long way back. And yeah, it was a strong time. He carved a good half out, a couple of 28 quarters on the way home. And yeah, I looked at his Sydney form and he likes to lead in his races. I'm sure he's well placed here, I think, yeah.
And just looking at him for the first time myself last week, he's got a bit of gear, so if he can find the marker line, that looks like it's going to be a big plus for him.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I'll find out more about on Saturday night, but yeah, he's definitely right in this.
All right. Good as it gets, and Bonnie Prince Louis, are they the hardest to beat here?
Yeah, Bonnie Prince Louis is obviously in good form, and yeah, but they're to the outside. Hopefully we can just keep them on the outside of us and hopefully be good enough. Yeah.
All right, good shot there with Major Jared. Race 6 on Saturday night. Auntie Bella, she's a last start feature race winner, taking out that 4-year-old triad last week. Can she run it back again this weekend?
Oh, if she runs up to last week, there's no reason why not. You know, and she's been a reasonable filly and mare, gone in the better races, you know, throughout her career, and yeah, she finds she had a wide draw, but a suitable, very suitable race here.
The best thing about Auntie Bella, correct me if I'm wrong, she's versatile. She's not a one-trick pony. You can drive it different ways.
Yeah, I think the tempo of the race will determine how it was done. So she done off the back last week. The leaders cut at each other a bit early. Then he was able to put her into the race, and she was too strong. Yeah.
Just looking at that field last week, so she beat up on the likes of Jasper and She's Miss Divine and co. So is that field a little stronger to what she's opposed to this weekend, or about the same in your opinion?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, like, you know, they're coming out of the 3-year-olds. They've won feature 3-year-old races, and yeah, she's I'd say this week's probably a bit easier, just with a very wide draw. But she'll have to overcome that. Yeah.
Okay. Race 7 on Saturday night. Girl from Oz. You know this mare really well. You've sat behind her on several occasions. She's drawn out in gate 6. Your first thoughts there?
Yeah, well, she could go either way. She could go forward, or you could just drive her with cover. And the tempo of the race, she seems to. Yeah, she hasn't had much luck with draws lately. She kept drawing 8 inside and getting buried back on the fence. But I think she's going all right, but yeah, if she just gets a good trip, no, she'll be strong late.
Okay, so she is versatile, but in your opinion, what's her best racing pattern?
Oh, yeah, she's versatile. I mean, won a couple on her. She's been like in front both times, but yeah, she's also run great races from behind. But yeah, no, she'll if they go quick early like last week, the last quarter was steadier, and she was able to get home. You know what I mean? But it's from the back. But it'll just be pace bias, I believe, with her. You know. Yeah.
Okay, an each way chance though?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Okay,
yeah.
well that's Girl from Oz there in race 7. What about race 8? You're aboard. It's Major Rich when he scored last time out. He didn't win by a big margin, but it looked like you had a little bit left. You weren't too panicked as they got closer to the line there.
He he had the good draw last week, and yeah, he was obviously able to lead and get it easy enough in front. He felt like he was waiting for him a little bit. You know, and I thought he was beat, but then he kicked well enough near the line. But obviously a little bit harder draw and probably up in class a little bit here. But I'm sure he'll appreciate. It won't worry if he has to sit or not. You know, if you get a nice sit on a strong pace, he'll be there. Yeah.
Okay, can he lead this field?
I don't know about that. He's got gate speed, but when they get up in this class too, they can all get out a bit. But he'll talk to them at the connections, and he'll come up with a plan. But yeah.
Is he better suited at a mile, or 2100 doesn't really matter?
I've only drove him a few times, but he was got a bit fizzy early, but he's pretty relaxed now, so I don't think it would matter. You know, the 21. Yeah, I don't think that's an issue to him. Yep.
Okay. The final race for you on Saturday night is race 9, and this could be the highlight of the night, this 2-year-old race. It's loaded with quality, and you picked up an excellent drive here on Bronski Delight. She backs up from last week, Group 1 place behind the star filly Jewel Melody, and she really attacked the line. It's a good drive to pick up here.
Yeah, no, it's a good drive. She's been sort of started off the season slow early, but she's got better and better as the season's gone on. I drove her, 8 or 9 months ago in education, and she was pretty steady, but she's improved a hell of a lot, and she won't be far away here. Yeah.
Looks like she's got that trait of her family. She's the full sister to speak the truth, and they just get better as they get more experience and a little bit of maturity on their side.
Yeah, and seems to have strength, so it's it's a good family coming back. Yeah.
What do you do from gate 6 though on Saturday night? There's an early scratching, don't fear for me, but you've got some power to your inside. How do you play it early?
I'll just obviously talk the connections, but I dare say you should just be trying to get a decent cover there with the Jack Butler one insider. You know, so but yeah, I'll just take it as it comes. But yeah, she's pretty versatile, I think, and she'll be fine the line.
Yeah. If you get that perfect trip on Saturday night, she can put this field away, can't she?
Yeah, no, definitely. On last week, chasing a good filly from back, but yeah, no, she was strong, so yeah.
All right. Well, it's a good book. It's going to be a busy night for you on Saturday night. Which one are you most looking forward to?
Well, it wasn't too much. Very Major Jared. It's drawn well, but yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them. There's really strong chances. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Really appreciate the time today. Best of luck, and we'll see you trackside.
No worries. Thanks, Chris. So.
Chloe Butler now joins us to go through her book of drives for Saturday night. It's a 10-race program at Albion Park, and she's in the hot seat now. Chloe, appreciate the time.
Thanks, Chris.
You've got some good drives here on Saturday night. And this first race, which is the free-for-all, is a great race to start the card. You're driving Sam is Perfection. He's a stable favourite, and he's going super. And most importantly, he finally comes up with a good draw. How do you think he'll go?
Yeah, look, he won't be out of it. I mean, I don't think he can win it, but, he always earns a check when he gets a good trip. So if we can get a good trip, he'll be right in the finish.
He's more than useful with gate speed. So the fact that you've got barrier 1, you can obviously hold for a certain amount of time before releasing one of the big power runners here. So how do you see it early?
Yeah, exactly. I think there's going to be a fair bit of speed, but I think the ideal one would be Mac Da Vinci if we could hold out until he come across, which I think he'll nearly be the first one there.
Yeah, it probably looks that way. With Sam is Perfection, last time out he was 7th. How did you grade that performance?
Yeah, look, he's actually going really good, better than what his form reads. He just gets bad barriers every week, and he's finally got the good one, so hopefully we can make use of it.
Do you prefer him at the mile or 2,138 metres?
Probably 2,100 because it's run to suit him. They run to suit him, but they can dash a bit too quick for him over the mile, I think. But it doesn't really matter him either way, I don't think.
Okay, and how important is it for Sam is Perfection to be on that peg line?
Yeah, it's a big help for him. He loves the fence.
Okay, well, he looks like he's a little bit of a value hope there in the first race. He is going really well. Sam is Perfection. Let's go across to race 2. Obi-Wan looks one of the better drives for you here on Saturday night. This guy is absolutely flying.
Yeah, he really is. He went a bit off for a few weeks ago, and he's finally come back and into his good form again. We'll just need to have a bit of luck on Saturday night.
Okay, what's the early thought or initial thinking here? Do you blast out of the gate and lead here over the mile?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I haven't had a really good look at it, but I had a quick look and thought we might have to snag back and just get an easy trip up later on in the race. But if I have a proper look at it and see what Dad thinks and have a talk to him.
Okay, just for his sheer gate speed, how do you rate him? Is he one of the quicker horses getting off the gate at the moment?
He can ping real quick for a little bit, but then he doesn't really keep going. He sort of just has his short ping and then that's it.
Okay, so you've got to time your run to perfection then?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. This race looks like it's going to generate good pressure. Love Your Work's a last start winner. He likes to run hard and for a long way.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, that's Obi-Wan there in race 2. Race number 3, there's a chance. He backs up from last week. He ran a bold race out in front. You lit him up from 7 and he went well.
Yeah, he did go really well, actually. There was just a couple a bit better than him in that race, but he's always thereabouts.
This looks harder than last week. Is that fair?
Yeah, it definitely is harder than last week.
Okay, can you lead this field, or is Dance in the Sun 3 in Heaven probably just as quick early?
I think everyone forgets how quick he really is. I always forget how quick he really is until you're out there and they're actually getting ahead of them all. But look, we have to come out and have a look and just see what happens. If it doesn't pan out how we want it, then it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's a good point you raised, because I think a lot of people forgot how quick he is, because I don't think there was too many that expected him to get off the gate as quick as what he did last week.
No, exactly, and he even got the speed wobbles halfway when we come out last week. So yeah, no, he actually is quicker than everyone thinks.
All right, well, hopefully he'll race well again. There's a chance for Graham White. And your other drive on Saturday night is your own horse, My Alderman Bondi. How do you think he's going to go, lining up in race 5?
Yeah, look, it's a big step up in grade for him. It's probably our only option to race on Saturday night in the qualies now. But if he gets the luck and all that, he'll be in the finish. If not, it's not the end of the world. We'll just go again next week.
Okay, there are a few here in good form. Major Jared, good as it gets. Bonnie Prince Louis, they look hard to beat, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. It is a really strong field, and it's not the end of the world. We'll just come back next week and do it again.
All right, that last start performance at Redcliffe, what did you think of it?
Yeah, he did gallop, but that was my fault. I just steered him a bit too hard and was a bit rough on his mouth, but that was all my fault, so yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully he can turn it around there on Saturday night. Of the 4 drives, which one are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, I have to say Obi-Wan maybe.
Okay.
I'm going to have to leave Sammy's Perfection out this week.
All right, we'll take the tip. Race 2, number 5. Chloe, as always, really appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
A big thanks to both Matt and Chloe giving up their time and insights ahead of their drives this weekend. It's a good card, as I mentioned at the start of the show, and if you're looking for a good gamble, I think race 3, number 2, 3 in Heaven is the horse to play this weekend. He's fit, he's in form, he lands a really good race, and he looks well graded as well. So I'm going to mark him as our key horse to watch this weekend. Race 3, number 2, 3 in Heaven. Remember, if you are gambling this weekend, please do so responsibly. We'll see you trackside. Our first race getting underway at 5:39.